Support for Radio Friends comes from OsteoStrong. Improvements in bone density, strength, and power can be achieved by weekly 5-minute no-sweat sessions on their 4-Spectrum machines. These isometric robotic machines safely emulate high-impact loading on different parts of the skeletal system, which stimulates activity in bone-building cells. Balance and agility can be improved by 2-minute sessions on vibration plates. Every session is supervised by a trained coach. Learn more on Facebook or call to set up a complimentary wellness assessment and session. Good morning and welcome to Radio Friends on Thursday, June the 24th. Alex LaBrunerie is with us from LaBrunerie Financial. And it's always kind of neat to talk with Alex about money and how we stand with it, how things have changed from one year to the next. And today, you wanted to deal with where we were 1 year ago today.
Approximately, yes, yeah.
Versus where we are today.
Yeah, I think that is an interesting look back. One of the exciting and things about markets are that they change.
Right.
So a year ago, we've seen a lot of change in our country. A year ago, Paul, we talked about Tesla stock, and we were talking about the very high unemployment that our country was going through due to COVID shutdowns. And a year later, here in June, Tesla has ignited an electric vehicle investment boom.
Almost a revolution.
Yeah, revolution. Yeah, it's as if it's really big corporations now are investing a lot of money in green energy. They're seeing it as the future.
As far as the electric vehicles, what do you see? Do you see an electric vehicle parked in almost every American garage, say 10 or 12 years from now?
I think you could, yes, because the big Ford has said they want to be almost 50% EV, General Motors, and I think they're throwing around a lot of money, and so I don't think it's just Me Too talk by corporate America. They're investing heavily in it.
You're saying pure electric vehicles or the hybrid?
I think the pure, yeah, the pure like like Tesla.
So that will mean that we also have to have charging stations. All over the country.
Yeah. So there's a ripple effect on all the providers, the industrial providers of this exciting new energy sector.
How do you see that working? If you have an electric vehicle and you're driving across the country and you have to pull into a charging station.
Yeah.
And you plug your vehicle in. Is this going to be like a fast charge, or does it take hours to recharge that electrical vehicle?
Well, I think it'll eventually have to be fast charged, so it replaces the combustion engine, so that we can drive 400 or 500 miles, fill up, energize real quickly, and then go another 500 miles.
Yeah.
And at the pace of investment that we're seeing by Wall Street and corporations, if the technology can be created, there's definitely going to be capital to finance it.
Well, yeah, and the thing is, those charging stations will have to be placed strategically, just like gas stations.
Like the gas stations. Yeah, and there have to be as many.
And that's mind-boggling when you think about it.
It's mind-boggling.
Because right now, when I think of an electric vehicle, I think of it just driving short distances, and then you go home and you plug the car in.
Yeah, and then you get into your other car when you want to go on a trip.
So when you're staying in the hotel now, a lot of Hilton will allot 4 or 5 slots in the parking garage to electric vehicles, and they've got the big cords there that you can plug it in.
Yeah.
And I would imagine you pay for that electricity.
That's right. Yes. Yeah, and I'm not, I don't have an electric vehicle, but to your question, within the next 10 years, it's very possible.
Yeah.
We did have a hybrid once, and it worked out very nicely.
So what about the airline stocks right now?
So, a year ago, they were in free fall, which is probably a word airlines don't like to hear, but the stocks were down substantially because their business had dried up by 90%.
Yeah. Well, I was reading a story just a couple of days ago that TSA set a record since a pandemic of 2.5 million people going through TSA checkpoints.
Yes.
At the lowest point back in April of last year, one day it was as low as 78,000 something people.
What a difference a year makes.
Yes, yes. When you think of that, that really is a big difference, and that's thanks to the vaccines coming out and people taking their shots.
Yes, the vaccines, and we need to get up to 80% vaccination rates, and we can travel more. These airlines will be pulling planes out of storage, and
some of them are starting to do that. I believe I read, well, you had a chart that we were looking at, but Southwest did make a very slight profit.
Yes, they did. And we'll see. We're approaching the end of the second quarter of 21. We'll see, hopefully it was another good quarter for Southwest. They'd probably consider making a profit in this environment good. Mm-hmm. And the other, legacy large carriers are finding their way back to profitability.
They are. I read that United sent a letter out to their employees, the ones that they were talking about furloughing. They don't have to worry about their jobs. They're not going to be furloughed.
Yes, that's good.
So hopefully things will continue to improve. The only thing that I worry about or concern about, I don't want to use the word worry, but concern about, is that if we have a fallback this fall and winter, if enough people don't take the vaccine and we get the variant in here, we could have a problem.
Yes.
So it's important for all of us to take that shot if we haven't had it yet, to keep things going.
To keep the economy going. We have a roaring economy right now, and a lot of it, as we noted recently, and we want to keep that going to dig out of the fiscal hole that we've had to get into to get through this COVID crisis.
If you put your glasses on, looking into the future, we're almost out of time here. Now, what do you see next year at this time? What are you predicting?
Well, making predictions is always difficult, especially about the future.
It's dangerous to make predictions. Just a gut.
I think we're going to find, the big, if inflation stays, we'll know in January of next year if inflation is tamed or not. And if it is a moderate level of inflation, an expected amount of inflation, I think 22 is very good.
We're about 5% inflation right now, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah.
Would you call, is that moderate or is that high?
No, that's high, but hopefully it returns back to a 2.5%, 3%.
Okay.
Once all the gluts and demands are met.
Right, because 5%, if you have 5% this year and 5% next year.
That would be a problem, next year.
All right, if you have any questions about this, you can give Alex a call at LaBrunerie Financial, and your number is?
573-449-5313.
Okay, and if you happen to go in there on Friday, it's Bow Tie Friday.
Yes, please come in on Friday.
Everybody the clients don't have to wear bow ties, do they?
Clients do not have to wear bow ties on Friday.
If you're listening on the radio, Alex does have a bow tie on today. And this is the Friday, is it? No, it's Thursday. So all right, we're out of time, Alex. Thank you so much. Good having you.
Thanks, everyone.